clarity is underrated because most men mistake motion for progress. They assume that more effort will solve their confusion. They assume and they hope that more information will give them more certainty. And they hope that maybe they'll get more time, and more time will give them more answers, more clarity. But clarity doesn't come from simply waiting or engaging in more activity. It doesn't happen. Not like that. Clarity comes from structured thinking. That's why a lot of capable men stay busy and never gain traction. Listen, I've lived it. Activity without clarity creates movement, wasted movement, not momentum. They're still in the same place they've always been. They're stuck, spinning their wheels. That's why we have to start with clarity. We must define clearly what clarity is. And clarity is the ability to see, define, and commit to a direction with confidence. And that's important because clarity is not passive. It doesn't just happen. It doesn't just show up. It must be constructed and it must be built. And it's built through honest evaluation, structured reflection, and intentional decision making. So clarity is not just something you have. And if you can build it, it can be strengthened. But it's a skill most men struggle with because clarity requires confrontation. And believe it or not, most men are not very confrontational. What you're avoiding has to be addressed. What needs to change has to be addressed. And what you've been unwilling to admit, it has to be addressed. And for most men, especially builders, architects, and leaders, addressing some of those things makes them uncomfortable. And for you, being vulnerable means admitting your weaknesses. So rather than admitting their weaknesses, a lot of men stay busy. You just keep driving, right? It's kind of like driving a car. You just keep driving. You don't have to stop the car. You don't have to roll down the window, and you don't have to ask for directions. You just keep going. Keep driving. Keep planning instead of deciding. You keep researching instead of committing. You keep adjusting fire and hoping you hit something instead of defining, aiming, and shooting directly at the target. So not only are you wasting money, time, and energy, life, you're wasting ammo and intent because clarity doesn't come from avoidance. Clarity comes from definition, words spoken and written on paper.